Welcome back. Sorry, guys, for the wait. We fucking had a lot of, busy things.
Knockoffs and stuff like that. We've been in the trenches a little bit.
It's mid-season, so this is episode 11.
Finally, episode 11. You know what fucking day it is.
You know it is.
It's Friday Junior.
It's Friday Junior.
Friday fucking Junior,
Why do you
man.
have to say it?
I love
we
it.
got a very special guest today.
We got the
One and
president,
only, nigga.
the president of Tiagos Tacos, Gabriel Bayma.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes,
sir.
Zeke, I'll let you set it off.
All right, bro. So, Tiagos is a big thing in Miami. That's literally the #1 taco spot in Miami, and I want it to be all over the world. But the name Tiagos, where does it come from?
So Tiagos came from, we named it after our son, my firstborn, Tiago. And yeah.
Fire.
Lit, bro.
Nice. He's gonna grow up and like, this is me.
I have an empire after me, nigga. No cap.
He's going to have to wash a lot of dishes before he gets there.
Nah, I seen on your Instagram, which one was like, was it Tiago doing the glazed?
Yeah, that was when that was like a year and a half ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I always try to get him as involved as possible, but I want him to understand that it's not his, it's mine. And if he wants it, he's going to have to work for it.
I saw a thing with Shaq the other day. He was like, in order to test my cheese, you got to give me 2 degrees.
My most famous rule is, in order to touch any of my cheese, you have to present me 2 degrees.
Damn,
To his kids, that's
His
fire.
kids.
that's pretty cool, man.
That's fire.
He's like, you got to give me a bachelor's and a master's.
I like that.
You feel me? He's like,
I think he got a doctorate, Shaq. That's badass.
that it.
I don't have shit. I can't tell my children that. I don't have a fucking.
No,
I barely
it
got
doesn't
my
matter.
high school diploma,
No, it
you know?
doesn't matter, bro. You got to give him
He
some
has hella
leeway.
masters, hella minors.
Yeah.
Yes, his masters in business. So
Isn't he a cop too? Like,
Damn.
that nigga-
DJ.
That nigga doing a lot of shit.
But so far as that, what made you choose tacos? If you don't mind me asking.
So tacos wasn't my first option. I didn't really want to do tacos, actually. I wanted to do Asian fusion. I was leaning towards Peruvian because that was the last cooking job that I had. But my wife was eating a lot of tacos during her pregnancy. So we ended up going with tacos for that reason. And it's a lot more marketable. And when we were looking at making our strategy, when we were creating the business,
Like prepping and stuff like that.
yeah, we were looking at the fact that we had like all the market share in Kendall if we were to open up a taco truck, because there was no taco trucks in like a 10-mile radius. Obviously now there is, thanks to us.
Truly.
But yeah, so we did tacos for that reason.
Yeah, there's a lot of food trucks because of you guys as well. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like that area has like thrived in food trucks just because of that. From like the route to all the way to like, well, I want to say like 216.
I can't really take all the credit because there was a lot of food trucks in Doral already.
But for our age group,
As
that-
far
that's-
as, yeah, for sure.
for sure what it is. Like for our age group to like go out and eat food trucks and go to different food trucks and bring more clientele, pretty much started that.
I would,
I would say you inspired them more.
yeah.
That's what.
And a lot of people from our age group opened up their own food businesses as well. And I think, like back then when I first started and I saw people like doing things similar to me, it kind of bothered me. But now I matured a lot more. I think that it's awesome because we're in such a huge market. Not only that, like there's so much money generating here in Miami. It doesn't really affect us.
You know what's crazy? That shit bothered me too. Like when people hop on my trends, like
Yeah.
that shit really irks me. It got under my skin. I was talking to Josh about it actually. Like,
And I could see why, because you're an extremely creative person.
yeah,
Like when I saw you, I was like, damn, you look famous.
truly, like, bro, this nigga, like, when I would do my hair different colors and, like, do, like, designs and all that shit, and I'll see people doing it, I'll be like, this nigga's hopping on my dick, bro. Look at this nigga sucking my dick, bro. Like, I'll get so mad about it, but it's just like, bro, I inspired it. I wasn't the first one to do it, so why am I even tripping about it? Like,
Man, it bothered me. Because I had a lot of motion, and I would see, it's like a business. It's like money. So I was annoyed of it, but that was like 3 years ago. Now I'm like, dude, I'm happy when I see people progressing and trying out, and I want to go try them out and like show them to other people, so they're like, yo, try
I feel
it out, And I feel like the food scene here needs that more competition because it just keeps us on edge and it just makes us better, you know?
It's for the culture.
It's for the culture.
Everything needs some competition.
Yeah,
A little friendly competition keeps it going. It makes you work harder, bro. Like
all day. You guys played football, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you think someone's going to take your spot, what are you going to do? You're gonna work harder, right?
Yeah, hell yeah, we could go at them.
Yeah.
Damn, that's amazing though.
so,
man.
like opening the whole taco truck and opening a few restaurants. You have one in Corway and also one in Hialeah. How's that helped you, like with other aspects of your life?
What do you mean by that?
Like basically, like what doors has it opened from the beginning?
First of all, it's open. It's open to say it in a nice way, it's open a lot more of bad things. It's opened a lot of headaches for me, but in a positive perspective, it's been very enlightening. I've got to meet a lot of different individuals that I don't think I would have been able to meet if I didn't have the business. So those are the biggest positives, you know, meeting my customers and creating long-term relationships like we made. And I feel like that's the most positive thing because I consider them family more than anything else, you know. So I feel like that's the number one thing is the new friends and family that I made through having a business.
And the cons?
The cons, man. We're going to have to make this podcast a lot longer than
just give it your top five.
my top five. I'll just name a few. Dude, it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of work. It takes on a lot. It consumes me a lot. You know, I have 2 kids, a wife, a family, and a life as well. I like to think so. And it consumes me where I'm always thinking about what I have to do next. And a lot of people depend on me. You know, I have like 50-something employees. So a lot of people depend on me to make their living and stuff. So I always want to make sure that I'm making the correct decisions to ensure their future is bright and to ensure that my family's future is bright. Besides that, consuming me, I would say the time. I had to learn how to manage my time a lot better. So besides that, I would say just those 2 things are the biggest.
Because there's only 24 hours in a day, and
Yeah.
you working, what, 18 of it or like 16 of it?
Dude, I feel like I work 24 hours, honestly. Like, when I first started, man, I would have dreams of, like, being in the truck, taking orders, us being busy, the tickets printing, you know? And then I would wake up, and then I'd be taking care of Tiago because I had the morning shift. And then I'm, like, there, cleaning his diaper or whatever. And I'm still thinking about work. Like, damn, I have to go pick up this at Costco, and then I have to go do that. So in the beginning, I never really felt like I had, like, any time off whatsoever until I kind of, like, learned to balance myself better and take on more tasks and take on more responsibility. And I think that's what allowed me to scale to where I'm at now and to where I feel like I'm going to go into the future. Because, dude, it's fucking hard. It's a lot of responsibility.
That sounds tough. But like you said, you manage your time correctly. And I bet it'll get easier, like, over the years and stuff.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
I'd like to think so.
Definitely.
And when did you get that click that, like, I want to be a cook?
Dude, I always liked being in the kitchen and stuff. And my grandmother and my grandpa in Brazil, they're from a city called São Paulo. It's a city and a state. And they used to sell, like, food from their basement. They had, like, an actual commercial kitchen. And then when my grandfather died, he moved over here. And then my grandma and my mom were the one that raised me because my dad was always working and stuff. Typical immigrant story, you know, your grandma and your mom are the ones taking care of you because your pops is always working. So I've always been in the kitchen with my grandma because she would cook a lot. And, like, my grandma's, like, such a creative person. So I got that from her. And then when I first started working, I just worked in the kitchen, not in the kitchen, in the restaurant. And then I made my way back towards the kitchen. And then that's when I kind of fell in love with the aspect of, like, hospitality and taking care of people and stuff.
It's fire.
True. I feel like I did the same thing. Like, my grandma always taught me, like, how to cook different things. And she was always, like, in the kitchen showing me, like, yo, look, pay attention to this, because my mom didn't know how to do it until she was, like, 20-something. And I was, like, 10 years old. Like, what are you talking about? Like, she would teach me, like, a bunch of different shit, like how to cook and how to be on point with everything. Like, it was just a way of living that she showed me, like, just so you don't need anybody. You feel me? Like, cooking is what you need to survive. So
Yep.
this is it. And she would just throw things in front of me, like, look, make this. I'll just do that shit.
Yeah, grandmas know best, bro.
Grandmas know best.
Shout out to all the grandmas out
Shout
there.
out to all the grandmas, man.
Shout
out to
the
every single one of
grandmas,
them.
bro.
Yeah, and have like I seen like old pictures with you when you're in culinary school. Has any of the cooks like reached out to you like, yo, I remember when you were this or remember when you were that? Like any of the famous, not so like famous, but like Instagram famous cooks, have you met any of them? I know you had an old picture. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but
Honestly,
right
man,
now.
no, I don't have anybody that reaches out to me because,
Yeah.
in that sense, from like that area of, I guess, the culinary world, I don't feel like I'm not on their radar, to be honest with you, because I don't consider myself more of a chef. I don't think I'm a chef. I think I'm a cook. I think I'm more on like the business aspect side of it, you know.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, no. But I still am in contact with some of the people that I were in culinary school with, and bro, they're doing completely different shit than I am. Like, I opened up a food truck. They're like working in Michelin-starred restaurants, you know. Yeah. So we kind of like went two separate ways.
You just branched off.
Yeah, I wanted to be doing what they were doing. That was my plan in life, you know. I wanted to move to Brazil and cook in like really high-end restaurants, but I had a baby, so I had to make money. And usually when you're working as a cook, man, you're not making money, so I had to make it happen.
Truly.
It's probably the best way to do it. No lie. Who has inspired you? Like, who's been your inspiration? It could be like a cook, family member. I know it's like your grandma was a big part of
Yeah,
it.
I would have to say my biggest motivation was having my son and providing for my family. And then my biggest inspiration, like in my life or like my business or...
In your life, I would say, because your life pretty much made your business, so...
Damn, that's a good question.
So, damn.
My biggest inspiration, I'll have to say my dad. My dad, man, because he instilled such a like crazy work ethic into me. I consider myself like such a like a brute. Like, I'm so like, I just put my head down and I just work. I don't work the smartest way. I don't do things in the easiest, fastest way, or like I don't take shortcut. Like, I'll do things in the hardest way possible, but it'll get done.
You get it done.
And I'll sacrifice everything to get, you know, the job done. So I have to say my dad, he instilled that in me, man, and I'm so appreciative of him.
And for your business, do you think you want to leave behind like a legacy or a dynasty?
Damn. I think that's a really good question as well. I would like to be able to leave something for my community. I'm very fortunate for West Kendall. I'm very fortunate for Miami and what they've allowed me to do, and Hialeah. So I would like to leave something behind that they would be able to cherish after I'm gone. But I would definitely like to be able to leave something for, you know, the future generations of Baymas and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'd say both. So that's a great question.
Yeah, I mean, what you're stating is more like a dynasty because you're saying leave behind. Like legacy is like more for you,
right?
For yourself.
It's more like individual.
Like your dynasty is gonna be like your name, the Bayma.
Yeah,
Bayma
I think that's what I'm most focused on.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Behind a dynasty. That's what's up. That's what I feel like we all want to leave behind, right? A dynasty.
Yeah, leave
like,
something
that like
will carry on
for ages.
Yeah, you can't take it with you, right?
At all.
So it'll be nice, you know. It'll be nice for that to happen. I would really appreciate that.
And not gonna lie, I had to tell you this. You know, I said it before, but when you cooked and when it's cooking now, your shit was more genuine and there was love in it.
I miss that, bro. That's why you have to hire me for catering for
Facts.
Dave and Buster's. Employee appreciation. Dave and Buster's, contact me.
No, our 20th episode, we're still gonna cater you for a little party.
and not cater to you.
Cater to you. Whatever you need. We're gonna cater to you too. You feel me? You feel me? We're gonna cater you. I want, crunch wraps and all that shit.
Yeah, man, that hunger that I had inside of me, it was definitely going into the food, man, because, bro, I had just got a baby. I had moved out. I was broke as shit. And I needed to, make people happy so they would come back, So I was doing everything. And what I would tell my employees is like, yo, we're going to be sucking toes. So you're going to suck your customers' toes. Like, we got to do everything to make these people happy.
Hospitality is key.
Yeah.
For everything, for every aspect, anything you want to sell, like you need to be likable.
Yeah. I think that was our number one thing when we were opening the food truck. I think that's what distinctively changed us, besides the food, from everybody else, was the service that we were giving people and the attention.
Yeah.
Also, I saw something and I didn't like it. Fuck Yelp. You deserve
Yeah,
5
man.
stars. And fuck Google because they gave you 4.5.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that 4.5 stars is a negative connotation when like you have 1 to 5 stars, right? So you would think that 4.5, that's good, but like, bro, like if you work in a restaurant, you know, like if you own a restaurant, if you know someone that
Want
owns
to
a
have
restaurant,
4.8 minimum.
yeah,
Minimum.
Yeah, man. So Yelp, bro, scumbags. So
Scumbags,
what
bro.
they ask you to do is they ask you to spend money with them, because that's how Yelp makes money, is from restaurants. So you have to do run ads with them and stuff like that, and then in return the 5-star comp. Because if you go on Tiagos Tacos and you look at the not recommended comments, the not recommended reviews, I have like 500 or something, because we get a ton of 5-star reviews. The thing is that they unrecommend them. So then what's going to be recommended is
Whatever's bad.
not whatever's bad, but like whatever they want.
Like the
So
mid.
they dictate what my Yelp, what my rating is. But in reality, it used to bother me a lot. I used to get kick myself a lot for it. But bro, at the end of the day, numbers don't lie. You know,
Your customers come back, bro.
they come back. And not only that, bro, like we had 3.5 stars in 2019, and like we had a line of people down the block at like 3 p.m. You know what I mean? And you could go to any other food truck at 3 p.m. Or at their busiest time. And bro, at one point we were the busiest food truck in South Florida, maybe even Florida.
Even when you
So
had the red food truck,
yeah, I wasn't worried about no Yelp or Google. I was like, whatever, bro. Like I'm gonna accept my fate for what it is, if it is what it is. But now like I kind of want it
Yeah, damn.
to go up, but like
that's
it's hard.
crazy. So what is it based off of? Like how the food is, how the service?
Dude, they have like this geo tracking thing where when you leave a review, if you don't leave the review while you're there, like there's a possibility that it's not gonna get counted as it if you don't write too much of a description. You know, it's bullshit.
Don't worry, I'm gonna make hella Google accounts and hella Yelp accounts.
different ones.
So that's the cool thing about Google. Google doesn't like take out comments. So your true review count is Google, and like in Google we are like 4.2 and up on everything. So I think I'm happy with that. That's like a B. 4.5 would be like a B plus. I'm okay with the B.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I feel you. Even though, you know, you're everyone thinks you deserve an
5-star.
A, bro.
Thank
you,
But
man.
it's that.
It's you, but I mean, your employees just have to want it as bad
Yeah,
too.
yeah, most
just
definitely.
like how you wanted it. Right now they're just like
Yeah, take ownership. Feel me?
Most definitely.
Take it as it is theirs.
So I'm a big fan with collaborating and all that stuff. So like getting with each other with a brain or another, like what are your like collabs that you want to do or that you've done? I know you did like the glaze and then you did the one at Barbecue 58 when you went out there. Do you consider those collabs or?
Yeah, I definitely do. I want to do stuff more local to my community, and like I want to grab like micro influencers like you guys and like Peso and stuff. I want to do events with people like that and bring the community together in that aspect, because man, there's no better feeling than getting a group of people together that have no idea who they are and everybody's vibing and have like a kickback and throw in some good food, some music, and like some drinks. I feel like that would be ideal for me, and I would really like to do something like that this year.
That's fire.
That is gas, bro.
We got to make it happen.
You know what we gotta
Most
make happen? Rib crunch roll.
Yo, that's a fucking amazing idea.
Rib crunch roll. You know
Sounds
how like
fire.
Flanagan's has a rib rolls? But
Yo.
Josh's would be way better.
Dude, yeah.
A rib crunch roll?
Got to get on it.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write down that. Write it down. Just jot that down real quick. Like
Yeah,
the
just
masitas
block
that just
that
came out, you know. Y'all go get that. I'm gonna go get that today. I'm gonna go try it out.
Definitely got to
Sure.
try it.
I'm
New
hungry as
item.
fuck.
So what is the 2 new items that you had?
The maicitas, and we also have the street corn.
Nice.
They're really good. It tastes great.
You gonna put hot Cheetos on it or no?
We should, shouldn't we? I wasn't gonna put hot Cheetos. I was gonna put Takis. I like Takis
Ooh,
better.
Takis are way better, bro. You just
I like the lime, the
Yeah,
citrus.
Yeah, yeah.
This guy just said
aspect.
every time I smoke at night, I eat a whole bag of Takis, like the family bag.
That's crazy.
That's
for
why his
myself.
stomach be hurting
That's why,
in the morning.
I'm so shitty, bro.
This nigga's straight. So besides like the tacos, the quesadillas, like all that stuff, like what item that came out did you the most numbers?
Dude, damn. There's so many things that I came out that were fucking crazy, but dude, when I did the first one that I did was the hot chicken sandwich. Dude, people were lining up outside the truck before we were even open. It was crazy. Dude, I brought something to Kendall, bro, that Kendall never had. And when I brought the hot chicken sandwich, dude, I did that in like 2019, I think. Dude, it went crazy. And I had to take it off the menu because I couldn't handle it. And then I brought out I think the Crunch Wrap after that. The Crunch Wrap went crazy.
The Crunch Wrap is so good.
People were lining up
Just still going.
down the block for the Crunch Wrap. And I was like thinking to myself, and I would go outside and I would look at the line and I was like, dude, these people are crazy. They're lining up for a fucking Crunch Wrap. What the fuck? And dude, they would line up for the Crunch Wrap and the Crunch Wrap went crazy. We were selling like freaking 150 Crunch Wraps a day.
I never tried the chicken sandwich, but bro, people in Florida go crazy for chicken sandwiches.
That's
bro.
crazy, bro. And then
We're
the
not even
burial
Nashville.
one, yeah, no, it was like a Nashville hot chicken sandwich,
Yeah.
but I did it differently because I put it in a Hawaiian roll, and I did it with a homemade tender, and yeah, and then those were the two crazy ones, and then burial went crazy too.
Yeah, burrito tacos.
But it went crazy. Like it was more spread out because at that point I already had 3 locations, so it went crazy. But we sold a lot of it, but it was like spread out into 3 different locations, so it wasn't as big as an impact just having one location, you know. Yeah. But yeah, man, those are my three items that went the craziest.
Are there anything you're gonna bring back?
I should bring back the hot chicken sandwich.
Please.
I didn't even.
I
try it.
want to do the burgers again, to be honest.
Big burgers.
That was a really cool concept. I really enjoyed doing that.
I had a brick burger.
That was something that went crazy
That was
too.
good. Josh got me a brick burger. and
Did you go on the first day or no? Dude, on the first day was crazy, bro. We had the red truck. We had brought it back to do brick burger. And then I got my friend, shout out to Silk Dreams. He was printing out shirts. And I was giving out free shirts for the first 50 people that said brick burger. It was so fucking lit. It was like an event. You know, it was like an event. And we sold out in like an hour and a half. And if people just had to send people to like go home, like we don't have any more food. So,
Damn,
it was
that's
crazy,
good
bro.
Bro, I remember I tried the brick burgers. That shit was so good, bro.
We definitely have to bring that back.
Hell yeah.
We have to. I want to do something crazy, man. Something crazy where we could bring the community together and get other food vendors involved as well.
Like the peso event. Like when the peso event.
Dude, it would be lit if we could get the peso, me, Brick Burger, and like some other food vendors as well. Maybe some sweets, some desserts. You know, spread the love a little bit. You know.
Yeah, we could have called Scrape, but they sold their shit.
Damn, that's true.
Scrapers.
Oh yeah.
Scrapers, whatever. Hell yeah, that shit was good too, bro. Wow, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna
I
say.
have a-
literally had it in my.
I have a question. I have a question for Gabe.
Sure, man.
What was did you have like a oh fuck moment ever? Like when I say oh fuck, I mean like where you know that you're onto something like good, like you're opening up the business and say that you're prepping and then you're like you have that like that epiphany. You're like, yo, I think I could do this shit. Like, oh fuck, this might actually work out.
So, yeah, man, I think I did something similar to that. You know, I didn't have any other choice but for it to work. So I never thought of, quitting or anything. But when I thought that I was actually going to start making, like, real money, I used to talk to my brother because I used to work with my brother. It was just me and him. And we would hook up the trailer at my mom's crib. That was, like, our home base, headquarters, which is, like, right there next to the Home Depot on 157 and 88th by the Walmart. Okay. So it was a straight shot from my mom's crib to Texaco where we opened up. And we would talk a lot because, we spent a lot of time together. We're spending like 14 hours a day together. It's like basically having a celly, So we grew really close together. And I was like telling him like, dude, yo, one day we're going to sell $700 in a day. Because we sell like $300, $200, And like, yo, one day we're going to sell $700 in a day, bro. And yo, like, that's when we're going to make it, you know? And then he's like, bro, you really think one day we're going to sell to $100 in a day? And I was like, yeah, bro, I really think so. Like, we're going to be able to do that, bro. And he's like, bro, if we do that, can you start paying me? Because I wasn't paying him. And I was like, bro, of course, I got you. Whatever, bro. And then I think like a month and a half later, bro, we were selling like $1,500 in a day. And then like 2 months later, we're selling like $800 in an hour. So I was like, at that moment, I was like, fuck. Like, I think I know what I'm, like, I think I got this right. Like,
Yeah, like,
something,
fuck.
I gotta start paying his
Same
ass.
shit.
something is going right. And I was like, damn.
That's good.
That's fire.
That's awesome.
That's good, bro. And speaking of locations, you got any new locations opening up?
Dude, this year, man, December, God willing, we're going to open up the drive-thru. And who knows? I want to open up in Fort Lauderdale in the future. But I don't know, man. I'm on the fence about opening up more locations.
All right. And considering you're the biggest like taco restaurant in Florida,
Nah, chill, we're not the biggest.
one of the biggest
Maybe
In
like
Miami.
top 20.
down South Florida.
Yeah, for sure.
Down South Florida, would you consider like branching out? Like you just said, Fort Lauderdale, like branching out to up North Florida or like
Yeah, man.
or
I
out
would
of
love
state,
to. I would like
if
to go down
anything?
south. I'd love to open up in the Keys.
Yeah.
So I can get that Florida
Hell
City
yeah.
Keys vibe.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, I want to spread it, man. I want to spread it. I want to be able to show love to everybody. I finished building my food truck. I put an LS2 in that shit. It's badass. And I want to take it across Florida and do like a tour, Tiagos Tacos tour, and like go to a bunch of different cities and towns and stuff. So that'll be really dope, man. But I don't know about opening up
Fuck
restaurants,
it, I'm on
bro.
the truck.
Yeah, open up.
Yeah,
like,
that-
It's,
At
I'm
that
so
point-
like it's so much work,
it's
dog.
hard.
Like,
Yeah, no, I bet it's hard.
At that point, fuck it, I'm on the truck.
I'm telling you,
Let's
you
go.
get a team that has the same strive as you, same energy, and you can make anything happen.
That's true. That's
Just
true.
needs people on the same boat as you.
Surely you guys would be so vibrant, bro. That would be so crazy. Like, when you do that, I feel like for sure you're gonna fucking franchise out.
Yeah,
Like, you're
you can't do
definitely-
anything. You can't. Obviously, you did that shit alone, but you can do something bigger if you have something.
Maybe. Yeah, I think that would be. It's like coming to terms with that and then going in that direction.
And your brother didn't he do something? What was it that you said again?
So my brother, if anybody's looking for a delicious ice cream truck for their next party, we have Tiagos Treats, which is now ran by my brother Bruno. It's delicious, and yeah. So Bruno works with me. He works together with me still, and he's still helping me grow the business, and then he's doing that on the side because we're trying to grow our catering section of the business.
So when you cater, do you have Tiago's Treats with you, or you had to do two separate?
So I haven't had any caterings with Tiagos Treats yet because we just finished the truck. But I would like to, have the Tiagos Treats together with the Tiagos truck.
100%.
That'll be lit.
Tacos and some dessert.
Oh man,
And some ice cream.
Sounds like.
and the truck looks cool as fuck, bro. It's on some white walls.
Yeah,
You saw that shit. That shit looks
yeah,
fire.
That's hard.
We're trying to bag it, put it on some airbags so it could like get all the way to the floor. So we'll see. You know, the future for Tiagos Treats is looking pretty radical. Just gotta get it in front of the right people, because I think that should look cool in music videos too.
A white ice cream truck,
That'd be lit.
a white food truck,
And-
dumb fire.
And you've been doing Tiagos for how many years?
It's about to be 4, bro. In
4 years.
In a couple months.
In these 4 years, what is like the craziest thing to happen to you? Like, I don't know, like a
Like a
a
fuck you
customers
incident.
a customers didn't like what you did and they want to freaking throw
Jeez.
some shit at you.
That's
or like,
crazy. You know, the first thing that comes to mind is the most recent. So this past 2 weeks ago, I had a lady call me last minute, and she was like, I have this huge event going on in Watson Island, which is next to the Children's Museum on the
Yeah.
Rick and Baker Causeway.
Yeah.
All right. So it was the first paddle ball tournament in the world. And it was this huge event apparently. And she wanted us to feed the staff for 150 people. So I get this phone, I'm at a catering, and I get this phone call for us to go there the next day and feed 150 people. And I was like, the money's calling for sure. Like, I'm going to do it. Brother, we start feeding the people. Everything's going good. I'm not even there because I had taken the day off. I was with my family at the beach. So So I had gone to the beach, whatever, making sure everything's going good, talking to my brother. I'm at the beach and I get a phone call from my brother. My brother's like, yo, don't be mad at me. And I'm like, hold up. Obviously, like, he's about to tell me something that's, you know, not good. So he's like, yo, we made like hibachi veggie tacos for this lady, and like she basically threw it at me and said, I'm not eating this shit. What the fuck is this? This is not like good vegan food. And bro, we've had that on our menu since we opened, and we've never had a complaint about it. Everybody that's tried it loves it. It's basically pico de gallo with pineapples tossed in the plancha, in the griddle, with agave, and we season it so it caramelizes. It tastes really good. It's packed with flavors. And she's like, wasn't having it. And I was like, bro, did you tell her you'll make her something else or like try to make her happy? He's like, no, bro, she's mad. I was like, whatever, bro. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I'll figure it out. So on the way back, I go check them out because I had to go through the Rick and Baker Cosmo. Yeah. So I stopped there with my 2 kids are sleeping, knocked out in the back. And then my wife's in the front. She's like, yo, hurry up. Like, they're going to wake up and go crazy, whatever. So I had stopped over there. I had gotten them pizza so they could eat because, like, they're probably tired. They were going to be there for, like, 5 or 6 hours. So I dropped them off pizza, and then I was talking to my brother, and guess who passes by? The lady. And then I'm like, yo, is that the lady? Because I just had a feeling. I was like, yo, is that the lady? And I pointed at her, and she saw me pointing at her. And then he's like, yeah, bro, that's her. But, like, you're pointing at her, and she's looking, like, be careful. And then I'm like, hold up, I'll be back. So I go over there, and I start talking to her. And then, like, she was ready to, like, you know, like, to fight me or, like, to argue with me. And I was like, hey. And I extended my hand, and I'm like, my name is Gabriel. And she looked at me, and she was like, the fuck is this guy trying to do right now? And she ended up shaking my hand, and I was like, hey, look, I'm so sorry that our food wasn't up to par with your standards. This is the first time that I have a complaint with our vegan tacos, and I just wanted to first off apologize for them, you know, not being up to your standards, and I wanted to know if there's any constructive criticism that you can give me so this doesn't happen in the future. So we ended up having like a 15-minute conversation into why she went into being a vegan, what would be okay for her. And she offered, gave me advice on how, you know, I should have like things that have more protein, and like mushrooms are okay. But what would really be great would be like a chicken substitute or a shrimp substitute or like a sausage substitute. And I was like, okay, and like, you know, it went from like something negative to a positive. And I ended up getting her phone number. I gave her my card so like we can stay in contact. And she's like, if you ever have a question of like doing a vegan menu, just call me and I'll be happy to give you like advice, because I've been a vegan for 16 years, which is crazy to me because it's super hard to like. Now there's a lot more accessible foods for vegans, but
it's more like everyone is doing it.
Yeah,
now.
but like, dude, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, being a vegan was not like a popular thing. There wasn't a bunch of companies that were, you know, dedicating themselves for that. So I was like, damn, that's pretty, like, I respect her opinion, you know? So I took it as a learning experience, but dude, that was like one of the craziest things. The other craziest thing that I would have to say that I'm really embarrassed of saying, because it was like the most unprofessional thing I've ever done. I forgot. I don't even know if I should be saying this right now. I had forgotten that I had a catering, and it was for like a girl's 15th birthday party. And I didn't, like, the lady called me. She's like, hey, where are you guys? And I was like,
Oh my God.
and I had forgot. So like we were late to the party, and like the mom was super mad, and it was a mess. We ended up doing it, like I did it for free, and I told her like the next party she has, I'll do it for free, which is like a big deal because it's like a $4,000 value. And she was like super mad at me, but like that was like the most embarrassing, biggest fuck up I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, but I bet you were tired, like, but
Bro, like, I was on some shit, but there's no excuses, dog.
Yeah,
like,
no
I
excuses.
fucked up. It was big. It was huge. Like, that was, like, the biggest fuck up to me, and I really, damn. This is embarrassing. If she sees this, which I doubt she'll ever see this, or anybody she knows will see this, you haven't called me for your other catering. I'll still do it for free.
That's crazy. Nah, it's fire though. I mean, shit. I know stuff like that won't happen again.
No, most
And then-
definitely not.
And then like the incident with the lady, like, will probably never happen again.
No, most definitely not.
It probably barely ever happens because like that's like what like one of your craziest things in your
Yeah, man.
4 years.
We're most definitely. We try to be as professional as me and my family try to be as professional as we can. I can't speak for my employees. I want them to be, but I can't control them. That's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me and the worst. I try to be as professional as I can, and I use every mistake that I make as a learning experience, so it doesn't happen again, and I can move forward from it comfortably and not be like, oh shit, like I have 3 caterings today, Yeah. But yeah.
But I mean, anybody you wanna give a shout out to, give credit to for this come up? 4 years happened quick,
Dude,
made plenty of money.
No cap.
my wife, man, number one, my wife, huge support system for me, my family, my mom, my dad, my grandma, my kids, the whole West Kendall community, including you guys, my ex-employee Jonathan, everybody, bro. If it wasn't for you guys, bro, I would still just be making lomo saltados at Lamar or like frying whole fish. So I really appreciate the opportunity that you guys gave me to serve you and put me in the position that I am here today.
Truly.
We appreciate you too,
Bro,
Went crazy.
G shit, Tiagos is literally like my go-to food every time I get off of work.
Fire.
Perfect timing. Like, bro, you guys close on weekends at 2. Like, I get there.
Vibes.
Vibes, bro.
And you mentioned your wife, like, and I remember the story you told me that she literally pushed you to
100%, man.
helped you pass high school.
Everything. She was my backbone, man. We've been together since the junior year, me and Angie. And since I met her, bro, I knew that she was, special. She wasn't like, regular. And she pushed me to graduate. She pushed me to go to school because I didn't want to go to school. She pushed me to open up my business, everything. And I'm so grateful to have her. She's
Support,
a boss.
Man. That back support. That's what's up. But I mean, that should wrap up everything.
That's what she said.
Wrap up everything? Truly.
Man, thank you again, Gabe.
Yo,
Really
My
G,
pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys. You guys are the
thank you
best.
for being on the show. Like, we really appreciate you, bro. Like, that ass, like, you're
Great.
big, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys.
We didn't want to
Amazing,
interview
man.
anybody else till we interviewed you.
I
Gee,
appreciate
shit,
that,
like-
man.
And thank you for our new producer. Just kidding, it's the same one. He just got
New haircut.
Changes his haircut every month.
So, every time Jonathan changes his haircut, his persona changes. So, when he had the man bun, he was into
when he gets that long,
Salt
when he gets
Bae,
that
yeah.
long hair, he gets out of hand. Basically.
That hippity dippity.
he long hair, blonde hair, don't care. You feel me? That's what he's
But
into.
let's wrap
We
this
strictly
up.
business.
Friday Junior.
It's Friday fucking Junior, y'all.
Friday
again.
fucking Junior.
Tiagos
Come with me if you
Tacos.
want to live.
Gabriel.
Gabriel, let's
We
get
out.
it.
Is there-